So you're halfway through the season, but just the strides that you guys have made defensively, not only since game one, but since the end of last season. I mean, just how do you explain what kind of happened defensively to this school?
I really feel like it was, off-season work. And then when we got in the season, we was working. The off-season work, it was really just, we came together, all the off-season training and, all the hard things we had to deal with. It was more like we gelled more. And then when it's time to play football, it just correlates. It comes on the field and we just, we out there talking to each other, huge communication. I feel like that's one thing we have different this year from last year is we talk to each other a lot more. And it's whether, and it doesn't have to be, major stuff. It's just little stuff, but the communication is just so, important. So I feel like it helps us grow. It helps, and it's really why we've been playing so well.
Was there ever a point, Jaylan, in the spring or in camp where you had an inkling that this defense could be special?
Always. I always knew we could be special. It's just how how we want to be special. How special do we want to be? It was always about upping our game or knowing the playbook more or just being more aggressive. So I feel like we always had the potential to be great. We just had to take those strides. We just had to get better. I feel like that's what we're doing. And one thing I harp all the time every week is that we cannot be the same from last week. Yeah, we've been playing good, but we cannot be the same from last week. We have to be better every week because that's just how it's got to be. You have to get better every week.
How do you get better this week?
We just got to focus on what we got to focus on. I feel like running around to the football, playing the run very aggressively, and just getting to the ball. We don't have to necessarily do too much, because it's just going to be like, wow, no reason to do that. We've been playing well. So I feel like we just need to up our game in everybody so it can up the defense game. So we just got to continue to do what we've been doing and just up it more, be more intensity.
Who are the coaches on the field for the defense?
They all out there, really. Coach Lamb is in the box, but
yeah, I mean as far as the players go.
Oh, okay. Really, me, George, the safeties, Cam. It's a few of us out there who we always talk. I kind of feel like I am, the voice on the field. So, I direct things with my hands, I direct things with my voice. So I feel like I am that person. But we also have George, we have Cam, our corners talk to us. It's just the communication between all of us. So it just helps us well to play fast and play physical and just play our ball.
Just had a feel to finally get some turnovers, but also get some sacks last week to kind of put to really put a lot of pressure on that offense.
I feel like one thing I was telling the defense was, like I said, we was playing really good the first 5, but it was time for us to get turnovers. It was time for us to get more sacks, because before Iowa, we was getting the ball on the ground. We just never was getting turnovers. It was never just going our way. But I knew if we just focused on it, that whole week we focused on turnovers. We focused on getting the ball out. We focused on getting the ball out the air. So it was like we went into that game, and that's where our mindset was. Of course, we're going to play the run. Of course, we're going to be aggressive in our blitzes because that's what we've been doing. But now, like I said, it's time to turn it up a notch and turn it up a notch is getting those turnovers. So I feel like that's what we just got to focus on, getting the ball out, getting the ball in the air. If the ball is in the air, it's ours. It can't be nobody else's. So, we just got to think about those type of things, and that's how you normally get turnovers. If you think about it, it happens. So we just got to be in our mind.
You have success against Iowa. They were an offense that, offensive line, big offensive line, running the football, things like that. And then you transition into Wisconsin, same type of thing, big offensive line. They like to run the ball. They like to, play action off of that. Just what are the differences in the two offenses? The history hasn't been there with Wisconsin. What are some of the things that, give you guys trouble?
I feel like one thing about Wisconsin, they're just a little bit more bigger. Their linemen are always huge. Iowa always have big linemen as well, but they're just a little faster than Wisconsin linemen. So, being with those big guys, we got to bring more thump to us. We got to be more aggressive. We have to shoot our gaps. We got to make sure we don't get pushed out or I forgot the word. But we got to make sure we just don't get pushed out of our gaps. We just got to, be strong and be aggressive in there. I feel like that's really one thing that we just got to focus on. They run the same things, counter, power. Wisconsin been running the same things for years now. So they're not going to come out here and do anything different. We have to bring the intensity. We have to bring the aggression to them.
Well, why have the defensive players connected so well with the new coaching staff on defense? What about their personality? What about how they go about their business allowed you guys, everybody to kind of bond together?
Yeah, I feel like last year we were building like a familyhood, a brotherhood. You know, we had some things going on with Diaco where, you know, we had a name for ourselves as a defense, so we was trying to use that to build a culture. And I honestly feel like it translated to now. You know, even though we don't have Coach Diaco, I do feel like us building that culture and getting ready to, you know, be around each other and really just doing those things helped us now to why we're so close. And, you know, the coaches that we have, they just tell us all the time, you know, we can't fight. We got to be out there and we have to play for one another. One thing Coach Lamb always says is we try to elevate the jersey. So if we try to elevate the jersey, that means everybody has to buy in. So if we all buy in, that brotherhood is going to be there. We all know what we got to go out there and fight for. We all set the standard. So now we have to go out there as one and go play good every week.